Well, hello, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope all of you guys had a great Friday. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, ESPN will be over here at JMU. It's kind of amazing to me how far JMU has come. I think back in the 80s when I was actually here. God, 39 years ago. 39 freaking years ago. It was kind of the infancy of JMU football. We had Charles Haley, of course. We had Gary Clark, who, of course, won Super Bowls with the Commanders. And we had Scott Norwood, who missed it by that much. But back in those days, we won 3 or 4 games, Division 1A football, and, you know, didn't do what the JMU Dukes are doing now. 2-time national champions. Moving up to FBS, and are 7-0. Hopefully tomorrow night they'll be 8-0 at their homecoming. But unfortunately, because they just joined the FBS, they're not eligible for a bowl game. But they're very, very deserving of it. But be that as it may. Our Dallas Cowboys. Okay, Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones have been talking a little bit about trades. Stephen Jones, who is the money man, the guy who's basically the one who's kind of making the decision on it, although Jerry has the final decision, basically is saying, look, we're open to trades. We're waiting for people to call us, and if it's somebody, it says it has to be an established player. It has to be somebody that immediately impacts and helps our team right now. But the question, of course, is how much will it cost and will it make us better? That's, of course, the bottom line on anything. And, of course, we have the theme that we always have. We like our team. I'm sick and tired of hearing, we like our team. Well, guess what, guys? Guess what, Stephen Jones? You may love your team, but your team has not been winning Super Bowls. You may love them, but it's not enough to win. Now, maybe I'm wrong, and this year will be the year, but in past years when you guys have said, we love our team, we love our chances, we don't want to take any risks, JMU's outpost. We all went to the step show, and we had some of us meet over here, so we're shuttling people back and forth, and so I got dropped off here while they go back and bring everybody else. If you're wondering why I'm out here by myself. That's the frustrating part about Jerry and Stephen, is they constantly try to tell you, we're good. Trust the process. We know what we're doing. You know, I can't argue that they are incredible at making money, and they literally made the Dallas Cowboys shine into the most valuable franchise. They're great marketers, but I don't know that they're great football people. I don't know that they're great football people. Because sometimes marketing is about getting people to watch. You can't argue about people watching, about people talking. People watch because they want to see the Cowboys fail. That makes money, it makes headlines, but it doesn't necessarily make champions. And I don't know what the Cowboys are so afraid of. You know, sometimes you have to take risks. And Jerry Jones, being an oil man, knows this, or used to know this. You know, if you play it safe, like say a stock market, you can play it safe and just put your money in the bank in a savings account and get like 0.5%. Although now the interest rate's gone up, you can get 2 or 3. But you can put it in the stock market. It's a mutual funds, and typically it's kind of safe. It's going down a little bit right now. We're in correction territory, but eventually it'll go back up. But it'll go up depending on the amount of risk that you take. More risk, more reward, but you also risk losing more. And you can have your safe stocks, your moderate risk, and your high risk. When you're young, you put the high risk because you're betting for the long term. When you get older, you start putting it into the more safe ones because you're getting close to retiring. You don't want to risk losing it all. And that's the thing. If you want to succeed, you got to take risk. You know, I know they value their draft picks, but this past year, and that's not to say that it's not going to change, you look at where we are from our draft. Last year, Sam Williams, he's not, you know, the only cane he's raising is in the media about wanting to play more. You think about some of the other players, you know, Tyler Smith is good, but we're not getting much of a punch from that draft. You start looking and saying, this year, you're getting no oomph from the draft. None. That's not to say Schoonmaker might not become a really good tight end. That's not to say that Mazi Smith doesn't become a great defensive tackle. But you got no oomph right now. You like the team, but the problem is those guys aren't performing, and you've lost some of the key guys that are. And this is where the Eagles have learned, where they're literally doing circles around you, is they understand. They understand that the draft can't be the be-all, end-all, that you need a little bit more. I hope that they do try and do something. The rumors, of course, are Derrick Henry. We've heard that the Cowboys, the Ravens, and the Browns have all called about Derrick Henry, and all three want the Titans to eat some of the salary. So the Cowboys have competition if they want to get Derrick Henry, and we'll have to wait and see if that in fact does work out. Boy, being here at JMU has brought back a lot of memories. It's changed a lot. It used to be, where that gas station is over there, used to be Howard Johnson. Hojo's. Hojo's, believe it or not, because JMU was growing and they didn't have all the campus spots, were actually campus dorms. This road right here leads up to what used to be, well, the Convocation Center is still there, but it's not the basketball auditorium any longer. They built a new one. But we used to, you see the lights over here, there's a lake that's right there. It's got a big fountain in there to keep the algae from growing. It's Greek Row right there. Of course, there was Eagle Hall, which is 8 floors. It's all women back in the day. All women. 8 floors of women, of females. And on the other side of that is actually the stadium. When I went to school here, let's see if I can get a better view from here. When I went to school here, the low side of the stadium was actually the high side of it. The other side was about half as tall, had actually ROTC and military classrooms in there. And that's the back of the stadium right there, the lights and stuff. Wow. On the other side of the stadium is Godwin Hall. And that was like the main sports building. The stadium had the weight room stuff built into the stadium and stuff, but the swimming pool was there, the indoor track was there, you know, there's basketball courts and all that. That's where we would warm up for track, and we would end up running. There's a tunnel that goes underneath 81. Come out the tunnel, and we would go up to the Convocation Center, run down this road right here. There was also a cross-country course that was 3.1 miles. Believe it or not, I used to could run that in 19 minutes. Come right down through here, run over the bridge, over 81, back over to Godwin Hall. And that's what we did to warm up for track practice. Yeah, I know it's hard to believe that I used to be an athlete. Kind of hard for me to believe this anymore. But yeah, that's true. And my people are back. So we're headed back over to the house. And gonna relive some of college days. Heck, maybe take a few Jello shots for a good measure. All right, good people, I appreciate you guys. We'll see what the Joneses have for us as we try and keep up with the Joneses. I'm Mark Holmes here at JMU. I appreciate you. Peace.